third set.
Rules very similar to two-a-side beach volleyball, where the teams change at 8 in the final. Set as opposed to 7 to change ends in every set beforehand. Perfect passing, bit of DIY stuff from Britt Kendall on that right side. Comes in on an angle, hits that angle, but really good movement off the ball.
COWLEY just taking her time to get the visor on. She's just been told to hurry up by Rui Carvalho.
Very experienced referee on the World Tour. Don't mess with Rui Carvalho.
The overset from Stevens. There it goes Australia's way. I'm sure COWLEY's going to get away with another glass cleaning session just now.
Two big plays through that right side early on, one for WEILER and one for great form.
Yeah, good work from COWLEY. Cockrell with the set. COWLEY goes through the middle.
I haven't seen COWLEY hit too many in this competition. She's been running the offense as opposed to putting the ball away on the floor, but beach volleyball is about all-round skill, and she has that in abundance.
Yeah, she had 4 against Australia in the pool game. 2 successes. She tries to catch Australia out, but it's wide of the mark.
We're seeing quite often in this format of the game, like you would see indoor, that setter playing the ball over on 2, trying to catch the blockers out in those gaps that are presented because you only have 2 front court blockers. In the men's, you're starting with 3 blockers all the time. The women's, we're seeing 2 starting at the nets. There is more spaces to attack through.
Side up. So this is the closest start we've had to a set.
Saga's been super assured since coming on in the first set as well. Brought a real ease and consistency to the team.
COWLEY can't deal with that power.
Second time in this set that we've seen Kendall just hammer through the angle. That's a sharper angle than the first one. Haven't seen her come back to the line as of yet, though. Canada will be aware of that.
Saxton, good get from Jenkins, who's back on incidentally instead of ROHKAMPER.
Just decide and go with their staple setter through the competition. Try and bring some consistency.
5-3. Australia lead. Here goes Sider. That's on the antenna.
That ball just drifting again towards this main stand here, and if it drifts into the slot right above that right shoulder, you're going to have a great day. You're going to be able to go either way, but as soon as it drifts a bit too far, you just can't direct that ball.
Yeah, short set, powered in by Saxton, 6-4.
Saxton's had a great game through that centre position. She can go to 1, she can go to 5, the back left, back right position. They can run that wider set and she can hit towards the back right, or position 1 as it would be indoors.
WEILER, she gets it. That is in.
Case of whatever you can do, we can do better. Australia using the middle in a quicker tempo as well. We certainly didn't see as much of those quick tempo plays earlier on in the competition.
On the diagonal goes COCKRELL. KENDALL to Jenkins. Here comes COCKRELL again. Jenkins gets her hands up. WEILER's going to have to get this over. She does. Sider. Great work from Kendall. Now Stevens. Saxton gets there. Now a chance for Cockrell. Rolls it forward. Jenkins on the dive. Stevens again. Kept alive, is it? Just? No. What a rally. Best rally of the contest so far. Goes the way of Australia. There's going to be some burning legs out there now. Side switch. Australia 8. Canada 4.
Unbelievable defensive plays. 2 from Australia just sat on the outside of the block. But that's a big point in the context of the game. It's a 4-point game at the change of ends. Canada win that one.
2-point game.
And they're back to 2.
Yeah. Timeout called.
I want to thank the guys from Australia, the men's volleyball 4x4. Thanks for being here.
Well, that's it. This is the business end. This is what it boils down to for both Australia and Canada. This final stretch up to 15. Canada, well, from 4 to 15, that looks a long way, doesn't it?
It does look a long way, but I think they'll be talking very much about having a good run of serves, serving with a bit of consistency from the baseline, and they'll know that from the previous set they can put Canada under pressure, or put Australia under pressure in their passing and setting, and they can make big runs of points. So it's definitely not too far away, but they have to try and focus on the right things as opposed to focusing on the outcome that they're 4 points behind at this stage.
And breaking it down into little chunks. So let's try and win 2 or 3 points on the bounce, then side out. Another 2 or 3 points on the bounce, and you're back in it.
Quite sure that Australia will be thinking the same way too when they change ends, just focusing on the small things, passing well, passing into good zones, letting the setter run the game. There's still a long way left in this. There's a lot of life left in this bronze medal game.
Kendall just changes the serving angle by coming central and moving Stevens to her left. She goes to Cockrell. Cowley, Saxton through the middle. And that's the advantage of the height that Wheeler has over Sider. Just uses that strength.
Every joust, every 50-50, she's won throughout this game. Australia have just sat round.
Well, it's 8-5. I think that's gone the way. I think she's been done for touching the net, in fact. So it's 8-5. Suddenly 8-6.
Exactly what we were just saying. Doesn't take long for the nerves to settle in here for Australia. A run of serves for Canada.
Oh, just the one touch from Stevens, and then the big block from Saxton. It's a 1-point game, and it's going to be very interesting. If it's a 1-point game all the way, you're going to get a match point on your own serve, which is always much harder to win.
For sure, so much pressure at those times. So just serving there, just really sharp on an angle to the left side, really putting Australia out of the system. It's Saxton that made the block, but great serving from the side as well.
They brought ROHKAMPER on in place of Stevens. ROHKAMPER, who's been doing a lot of backcourt work, so they're limiting their options up front, Australia, but they're fortifying the backcourt.
They're just trying to remain solid. Talking of solid, that's some rip from the left side. Wrist away. The defender's always going to park on the body line, so as soon as the wrist works away quick, it's difficult to play defense on.
And Kendall's gone into the net. No.
Just a handover, not allowed to block the setter.
Oh, good work indeed from Australia to keep that alive, but this is the equalising point perhaps for Canada. Wheeler to Kendall, and there is Saxton. Oh, yes!
The wind is playing such a big role here. You can see the last 3 plays from Australia have been super tight on the net. The wind's just blowing the ball on. Canada are physical enough to put their hands in the way.
10-9.
Kendall last time on the left side, this time on the right. She's gone wrist away, she's gone wrist through, showing lots of different skills.
Kelly backs it to Saxton, who's a long way off the net. That was a tough ask for Camille Saxton from that distance.
Crazy game. Canada look like they're going to come back and they're on a run of points. Australia then start to serve, make the odd point, and 2-point lead here is super favourable, but we know it's a long way from over.
Off the block. Cockrell reduces the arrears to 1.
Cowley puts the ball into a great spot for Cockrell to choose whether she went right or left.
Well, they need a big serve here from Saxton. Saxton's winding up for the top spin serve. Here goes Wheeler cross court offsider.
It's a big side out from Australia at a huge time as Saxton with a rip of a serve, again high off the hands. Australia using their height advantage of the net to go off the fingertips.
ROHKAMPER serves into Cockrell. Oh, it's long from KENDALL. 12-11, Australia lead, first to 15, it could not be tighter. Advantage still slightly with Australia because Canada serving. Chance to go 13-11 here, KENDALL rips.
You have to give credit to the setter there, Jenkins. She's made that ball travel 3-4 meters again. Great position, stability. Arms, hands go through the ball and extends, puts it right in the spot.
This is a big serve. If Australia can take this point, they'll have 3 bronze medal points. Big pressure on Cockrell. She delivers. She delivers. But this is it.
Quality's going up play by play. It's a great setting into a perfect spot. Cockrell is 2 from 2 from her very quickly. They've used Saxton so much through the game, and now they're going to Cockrell at the end of the set.
It's one of those where neither team deserves to lose. Second ball low from Jenkins, she had to, but this is advantage here for Canada, and they take the advantage, and they've leveled it up at 13-all. Timeout called by Australia.
3 times in a row for Cockrell from different positions. Stayed high, making good decisions based on the set that she's given, the play that's in front of her. So open.
There you go. Someone sadly is going to go home empty-handed. And given they both contributed to a really fascinating and enjoyable game of beach volleyball 4x4, it's a shame that someone has to go home empty-handed. But that is the nature of the situation we're in.
The nature of the 4-a-side beast.
Nature of a bronze medal contest. Unless, of course, you are a boxer. There's that set you're talking about from Jenkins into the slot for KENDALL.
Setting on the beach is all about showing a picture to your spikers, giving them something to key off, something to feast on, and why it's so good.
So 13-all. Still Australia have a slight advantage because Canada is serving. Sider goes to ROHKAMPER. Cute from Wheeler, had to be, but a chance here maybe for Saxton off the block of KENDALL. This has to go over. Still the advantage with Canada. No, it's not anymore, is it? That's good work from Cowley. The advantage back with Australia. Here goes Wheeler. Cowley gets her hands up. What a time for a rally like this. Cowley tries to dink it over. Wheeler again with a chance to bring up match point straight at Sider. Cowley has to set a mile. Saxton goes long. It's chaos out there, but somehow they're managing to keep the ball alive. Chance here for Cockrell cross court. It's wide. It's wide by KENDALL. What a rally to bring up match point, Louis.
And smiles all round, even from the Aussies who lost the point, because they know how much they put into that play. Wheeler went 1 off the hands. Great blocking from Canada. Second time, sided with the defensive play. Unbelievable.
Canada for the first time had the advantage in this deciding set, and it comes on bronze medal point. Wheeler has to make this. She goes cross court, and a touch on the net from Cockrell.
Trying to keep her super tight to the net so she can angle, she can stay over the top of the block.
What drama.
14-all.
So Australia, WEILER, 14-all, goes to COCKRELL. COWLEY, Sider goes through the middle.
Okay, match point for Canada again.
Match point number 2.
Cowley hasn't used Sider through the middle that often, but she's got her 2 biggest hitters on the wings. She goes for the one that's maybe a little bit of a surprise. Very good work from Cowley.
COCKRELL. ROHKAMPER. Here goes KENDALL. Good get. It's still alive. Brilliant work from Canada. Australia being made to work really hard for this. Cross corners there. 4 touches, they're saying. I'm not sure there was 4 touches with that. The game is over.
Well, the block touch certainly does count, but so does the referee's final decision. I didn't know if there was a
Was there a block touch? Hard to say, but it's Canada who have come from, what, 4-8 down in the 3rd set to win it 16-14. What an amazing game of 4-on-4 beach volleyball. What a way to kick off the final day of this ANOC World Beach Games in this competition.
It's the first time we've seen 4-a-side beach volleyball on the international stage at a big competition. I think that display from both sides speaks for itself. It's a great advert for the sport, and we have got some unbelievable games coming our way.
How about the drama of that last couple of points?
You can see there, Sider in your picture, made 3 or 4 great offensive plays, but 2 brilliant parts of defense. One off the net where she scooped down. The little things that...